Hey everybody out there in Hot Rod Land, it's Phil coming to you once again from Carcraft Classics, showing off some new inventory. Got a beautiful 2009 Corvette C6 model. My personal cruiser here, picked it up a while back, but anyway, before we get started with that, for those of you watching one of my videos for the first time, this is Carcraft Classics, located at 321 Canton Road, Cumming, Georgia, 30040. We're about 30 miles north of Atlanta. Phone number for the shop is 470-239-4977, and we can be reached via email at carcraftclassics@gmail.com. And be sure to visit us on the web, where you'll find 50-60 pictures of this car and all of our inventory at carcraftclassics.com. Now, normally we focus primarily on the classic cars and trucks, and a 2009 I wouldn't put that in the classic range, but every now and then I'll pick up some hot rod, later model hot rod to cruise around, and that's why I got this one. Again, this was my personal cruiser, or is my personal cruiser, and it's time to put it up for sale. So if anybody out there is in the market for a beautiful low mileage Corvette, let me know. My name is Phil. I'm the owner here at Carcraft Classics, and my cell phone is 770-317-1415. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the old hot rods, classic trucks, neon signs. Oh, it's windy today. Neon signs, wheel and tire packages, and other things that we sell. Please be sure to give us a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to our channel. Give us a like. I'd appreciate it. All right, so let's get down to business here. Picked up this beautiful 2009 C6 Corvette Coupe out in South Carolina. I guess about a month ago, maybe a little longer. Absolutely in love with it. I've had a couple Corvettes, had a couple C6s, I've had a couple C7s. I just really like the C6 myself. First of all, the price point, it doesn't kill your budget. The other thing is, I just like the cockpit a little better. The 7's a little tight. I think the 6 is just a little bit more comfortable. And the performance for a guy like me that's used to the classics is still through the roof. I know the C8 is out now, and the technology in that car has got to be just mind-blowing. But for me, this is enough. This car's got plenty of power, great braking. I mean, the handling is just unbelievable. And I like the look, This is one of the few fixed headlight Corvettes in Corvette history here. Most of them pop up and down. The C8, the C7, and this one, the more of a fixed headlight. But just like that look with the glass over the headlights and the overall body style. This car has a completely clean Carfax. There's been no accidents. And it's only got 39,000 miles. Just 39,000 miles on this Corvette. Again, it's a 2009. So it hasn't been driven very much, and it's been serviced. You can see all the service records on the Carfax. Goes down the road great, has no, lights on the dash, no check engine light or any problems. Runs, drives, everything's working. The only negative issue, I would say, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, which I need to stop doing that, but I think that the logos, the badges, front and rear, are a little bit faded. I guess, heck, the car is, 13 years old? So I guess that's going to happen at times. But the paint is excellent on the car while we're walking around. I don't even really see any chips or anything on the car. I mean, it's just in excellent shape. It's obviously been kept indoors. Obviously well cared for. But yeah, see, that one's real faded, you can see. And if you want, I can replace those badges. I don't mind going to GM and getting the badges and replacing those for the prospective buyer. Or, I can leave it for you to do as a, a weekend project. The only other thing I saw, the driver's seat, like on all of these Corvettes, gets a little worn. It's not torn or ripped or anything. It just showing its age. I'll show you that in just a minute when we get to the interior, but that's really it. You know, a lot of times these Corvettes, the noses will get really dinged up, a lot of scratches, chips, you know, just from the road. But as you can see, this one doesn't show any of that. I mean, it is in pristine condition. It's in great shape. Again, just 39,000 miles. Now, the wind knocked the hood down. We're going to pop that open here in just a minute because I want to show you. For the Corvette enthusiasts out there, you know this already, but for those that aren't experts on Corvette history, the C6 ran from, I think, 2005 to 2013. Again, it might be my favorite body style. I really love it, and I love this metallic silver color with the matching painted wheels, the Corvette logo. It's got good tires. But again, it ran from 2005 to 2013. Well, for the first, I think, 4 years, 5, 6, 7, and 8, they offered this car with an LS1, I believe it was. 300-something horse, high 300s in horsepower. It was a great motor, there's nothing wrong with it. But in 2000, I think late 2008, early 2009, they introduced the LS3. Look at this trunk is even just like new in here. The LS3, I think, had 430 horsepower. So that's what this car has, is an LS3. You know, it definitely the more sought after engine. You find a lot of C6 enthusiasts, you know, they're always asking you, you know, which does it have, the LS1 or the 3? Well, this one has the 3. It's the one that everybody wants. So that's the one I look for as well. Pretty much a stock setup, except two things that I was able to see. It doesn't have a big cam. It has aftermarket exhaust, as you can see from Corsa. I'll let you hear it in just a moment. And I think it has an aftermarket air intake. Of course, pinned straight. You know, obviously this car has not been in an accident, as I mentioned before. You know, it's a clean Carcraft. So pinned straight down the sides. But yeah, pretty much a base setup. You know, nobody's changed the motor, put a cam or any kind of crazy stuff in there. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I kind of like that. But when I buy a Corvette, I don't like going in behind anybody, you know, as far as them doing work. So I always look for, you know, unmolested, you know, Corvettes that haven't had the engines cracked open, so to speak, you know, just regular maintenance. This engine compartment is immaculate. That's the automatic locking mechanism. You just heard that horn honk, which can be turned off. Basically locks the doors as you walk away from the car. But again, LS3, 430, 440 horsepower, 39,000 miles, as I mentioned, and absolutely immaculate in here. So there's that aftermarket intake. Just to let that engine breathe a little bit more, I guess. Super clean. The car I purchased from a woman in South Carolina, as I mentioned, and her husband was in the market for a long time for a Corvette with very low miles. So I guess somebody traded it into a dealership, and his buddy worked there, as the story goes. And the buddy called him and said, "Hey, we got what you're looking for." He ran down there and bought it and enjoyed it for a couple years. And unfortunately, the gentleman passed away, and the widow was liquidating kind of his toys. And I just was lucky enough to to see it advertised, and ran right out there and bought it. And man, drove it all the way home. Just nice, you know, with the classic cars, we don't drive them home. We don't want to take chances, you know, breaking down or putting too much stress on the motor before we actually go through it. But this thing, obviously, we didn't have that concern with it being a later model car, so it was fun. Drove it home a couple hours from South Carolina. Man, this thing is an absolute rocket. I mean, 400 something horse, as I mentioned before. I guess it doesn't sound like much when you're talking about hot rods, have much more horsepower in some cases, but with the power to weight ratio on the Corvettes, I mean, it feels like it's got 700 horse. But of course, it gets good gas mileage with that LS3. You know, you're somewhere up about around 20 miles to the gallon between the city and the highway, and you've got all that horsepower to play with as well, so it's the best of both worlds. She is gorgeous. Metallic silver. Maybe I can show you that paint up close with this sunshine. Just gorgeous. Nice neutral color. Super clean. Alright, so it's got the black leather interior. Door panels are completely like new. There's no problems in the interior except, like I said, a little wear on the driver's seat. Dash is all in great shape. Carpeting's like new. Rockers and kick plates here. Sill plates. All scratch free, all in good shape. We're going to get you pictures of the interior, exterior, and even the undercarriage. They'll be up on the website, carcraftclassics.com. Because I see there's all these shadows here. Sorry about that, but I do like to shoot a walk-around video in addition to the pictures. And this thing is sweet. I believe this car's been really driven in the rain. I know I haven't. I leave it in the shop when it's raining, but when it's sunny, I get out and enjoy this sucker. It is a lot of fun. Okay, so here's that driver's seat I mentioned to you. And this is also something that I can take care of. I got a great upholstery man here. I mean, if this bothers you, it's not terrible. But it just shows a little bit of wear. If that bothers you, I can take care of that. I put a whole new, brand new leather cover over that seat. Check the cushion itself to make sure it's not worn. Replace it if necessary. All right. There's the dash. Let me get in here. All right. So, it's like a fighter cockpit in here. Check engine lights or anything like that. All the gauges work. Stereo works, it's in great shape. Middle console's in great shape. I mean, what you basically have here is a low mileage car that's still in pretty much factory stock condition. There you can hear the exhaust. Instead of babbling this. Anyway, this one has the target top. It doesn't have the glass top. I'm sure you could find one, but I'm not really a topless kind of guy, so it didn't really mean much to me. I ride with the top on. I'm not a convertible guy. I'm not a glass top guy. I'm just a coupe guy, so I liked it just the way it is. I haven't even taken that off. It is removable, of course, that target top. Automatic transmission, as you saw when we were in there. It's a 7-speed automatic, 2009. I absolutely love the wheels. You know, when I saw the pictures of the car, I was thinking that's going to be the first thing that I change, but I actually love them. They're also painted with metallic silver, a little lighter shade. We've got an 18 up front and a 19 in the rear. As I mentioned before, there's plenty of rubber left on those tires. The car really needs nothing. If those worn out badges bother you and the seat, just let me know and we can take care of that for you. All right, let's get down to the brass tacks on our 2009 C6 Corvette with an LS3 motor in it. The asking price is going to be $30,900. Corvettes have skyrocketed in value over the past 2 or 3 years, and I would say this is definitely an investor grade level Corvette. A good one, you know, to enjoy, but also if you wanted to buy it and just sock it away, it should only gain in value over the years. Again, having that LS3 being the more preferred motor, I would imagine this thing's just going to go up in value. All right, so just a hair under $31,000 is the asking price. Feel free to give me a call. Again, my name is Phil. I'm the owner here at Carcraft Classics, and I can be reached at 770-317-1415, or you're welcome to shoot me an email at carcraftclassics.com. I'm sorry, carcraftclassics@gmail.com. If you have any questions, or you want to schedule a test drive, or you want to talk financing, we've partnered, for those of you that heard my videos before, we always mention we've partnered with JJ Best Bank, and they'll be glad to finance this for you right over the phone, and we can deliver it right to your driveway. So just let me know what I can do to help. Again, if you want those badges changed out for fresh new ones, you want the seat recovered, and it doesn't really need it, but certainly wouldn't hurt on this beautiful car. All right, $30,900, like I said, is the asking price. Just let us know if you have any questions or you'd like to make an offer. She is a beauty. You can look at this car all day. But I'm not going to keep you here babbling. I think I've told you all I know about this bad boy. It does not have heads-up display. A lot of guys ask about that. I believe it's an LT1 trim level. It could be a 2. But anyway, silver metallic with the black leather interior. LS3. Hold on when you romp that gas. That's all I can say. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you would be so kind to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We're always rolling out classic cars and trucks. If you like this video, you'll like our other ones. Carcraft Classics on YouTube. Thanks again. Be safe out there. God bless America.